We are right now living in a world where we can see ourselves without our phone. And we spend hours upon hours on them every day. But that's not really good, right? And in your addiction recovery, porn addiction recovery, phones doesn't help you. But I want them to actually help you, so I need to make a video like this. But before talking about all of what I want to talk about in this video concerning that, who am I? My name is Wesley, and my mission is to help prevent 1,000 men from killing themselves because of porn addiction. Literally getting to suicidal thoughts because of it. These are my type of videos, and if that interests you, make sure you subscribe. Also, right now, I'm in a war against the porn companies, and in order for me to win that war, I have to free everyone from their grip, from their hands. So, in order for me to accomplish that, I make a lot of videos and I need people to stick along. So if you're interested by that, you might want to actually stick along also. Aren't you tired of feeling tired? Visualize this. It's the morning. You just wake up. You slept for 8 hours straight, right? From 10 to 6. And it's 6 a.m. now. You have to wake up because in 1 hour you got stuff to do. You got to go to work, you got to go to school. You have 1 hour in front of you to prepare yourself to go. What happened? You're still fatigued, you're still sleepy, and it's not because you didn't sleep enough. You slept enough, right? You've been 8 hours in sleep. So it's not because of your sleep, it's because of your porn addiction. This prevents you from recuperating, from actually regenerating yourself to a point where you're actually feeling energized. Because porn addiction takes up all of your energy. The fact that you're fapping at least once every day, for your brain, it's like if you were fucking a girl every day. You won't ever in your whole life fuck a girl every day, right? So the mental charge that there is in your brain is way too much, and that's why you're staying in your bed. And you want to sleep for maybe another hour or maybe another 2 hours. And sometimes you actually do it, right? You stay in your bed and you sleep for another 2 hours. What happened when you wake up? You're still fatigued. You're still having no energy. That's because of your porn addiction. And I actually want you free from this. I saw the difference when I finally quitted my porn addiction. When I finally quit my porn addiction for good. Every day when I wake up, I'm straight out of the bed. I don't have time to actually think about, oh, do I want to go to sleep again and things like that. No. The alarm ring, I'm straight out of the bed. So, if you're tired of feeling tired, you know what to do. Click the first link down in the description and you'll not be tired because you'll be energized. On that, let's continue directly with the video about the technology. So there's a concept that is called digital health. And that's the relation that you have with technology. There's people that use technology only 3 hours every day. And there's other people that use it for more than 16 hours every day because they need it to accomplish their things in life. And so you can see that there's a big difference between these two. And when your brain is on a phone, he gets hijacked. He gets a lot of dopamine from being on this thing because, oh my god, it's so cool and everything. So you have healthy ways of actually using technology and not healthy ways to actually use it. For example, using it to go on porn is really not healthy for your brain and your physical health. That's the worst thing, one of the worst things you can do on internet. But still, there's a lot of people that are doing it and now they're trying to quit and they're having difficulties actually doing it. That's why I'm here. What happens when you don't have a good digital health? You have more stress coming from actually the fact that you're on your phone non-stop. You see things sometimes and that brings you extra stress. Maybe you receive that text from someone and it brings you extra stress. You have less productivity because you can't actually focus on your things. You keep on getting distracted by your phone, keep on getting notifications. So what happened? You can't focus on a single task for more than 2 hours, right? You wouldn't see yourself not being on your phone for 2 hours non-stop, right? You need to check in between session of like 15 minutes, like maximum, right? You can't go beyond that to see if you receive something, if maybe one of your game called you out, if maybe one of your friends texted you. You need this not this validation, but this distraction. You know that it's a distraction, but you actually need it in order for you to do something, because it makes it easier to do, right? You have something else to do. You can distract yourself with your phone and actually go back to your work after. But what happened? Your productivity isn't skyrocketing, right? You're having difficulties actually completing your task because you keep on getting distracted. And the more time that you have without your phone, the more time that you can pass with your relationships. So what happened is that it has an impact on your relationship. If you're 10 hours on TikTok, for example, it's 10 hours that you could have been with your mother, maybe talking about a subject that you both love. It's 10 hours that maybe you could have done an activity with your whole family and passed quality time with them. But now it's time that are wasted. It's time that you will never get back and wasted on a phone watching little videos, right? That's just an example, but you get what I mean. Time that is used for something is time that you won't be able to use for another thing. So you have to make this kind of priority in your mind. And what is sad is that most people, their priority is actually their phone. So now that you understand the health with technology, how many hours are you spending on it every day? That's important to actually think about it. So I want you to actually think about your usage, and I'll share mine, for example, in this video, so there's not like a big time lapse, but think about yours. For example, mine right now, I'm actually only being on my phone for 2 hours every day, and most of the 2 hours that I am on my phone, a little bit more, I think 3 hours, but from these 3 hours, I have 1 hour 30 just posting videos. So there's like 1 hour 30 where I'm just entertainment, like I'm texting friends and texting my girl and things like that, right? But I have 1 hour 30 where I'm working. And I know persons in my surroundings, and even like sisters and things like that, that spends 8, maybe 6 hours every day minimum on TikTok and other things, right? So you can see like a big difference. I don't use TikTok. I only post on there. I never watch TikTok, and it's been like 3 years that I stopped watching it, and I'm glad of that because that fries your brain. But this isn't a video about the fact that TikTok isn't good for you. It's a video about porn addiction and health and technology, right? So I'm only using my phone for that. I'm working a lot more on my computer, and on my computer I don't have entertainment. I don't watch anything. I'm just working and reading books about porn addiction, so I can become even more knowledgeable. And for the people that actually works with me, it's even greater for them because I know even more, so I have even more to give to them. If you think about it, less time on screen is less time to fab. What I mean by that is that by experiences, I didn't do any research on that, but I talk with many people, even though I don't cure all of them from porn addiction. By talking with them, I successfully identify their trigger without even them knowing that I know what is their trigger, because I talk with a lot of people, right? I'm not afraid to go meet someone and actually talk with him. And because I'm a coach in that topic, in porn addiction, the subjects always come along and people are happy to actually tell me about it because they're having trust in me, right? And so I realized that more people than we think, about 70% of people, their trigger is actually social media. It's phone and especially social media. So by actually being less on social media, less on your phone, the less time that you have on it, the less chance that you have to succumb to your urges and actually go and relapse. Because if your trigger is, for example, social media, and you go every day on social media for 6 hours, and you drop the 6 hours to 3 hours, you have 3 less hours to have a chance to fap. So in order, like in a bigger range, in a year, for example, it's not just 3 hours less, it's 3 hours times 365. So I'll round it to around 1,000 hours, right? 1,000 hours where you could have been like, maybe, I was going to fap, but now it's 1,000 hours less chances of you going and relapsing. That's great. and if you can limit it to 0, that's like the best you can do. But not everyone can limit it to 0 for a lot of reasons, right? But that's what I wanted to say. Limit your usage. Not use it for 8 hours every day, right? 8 hours of full TikTok. Try to limit it to like 1 or 2 at the start, and limit it even more and more until the point where you don't even find joy into actually watching videos of other people, right? I don't do that personally. I don't go on Instagram and start watching reels. I don't go on TikTok and start scrolling. I don't go on YouTube Shorts and do this. I'm not this type of person because this is wasting my time, and I realize by my own self that the time that I'm wasting on that is time that I won't ever get back in my life, and that's time that could have been put on another place in my life that would have created me much opportunities, more greatness in my life. I don't have time to actually waste on enjoying entertainment, because it's not really enjoying. You're just feeding yourself free dopamine, and that doesn't help you at all. So try limiting it. And by limiting it, what happens is that you will have free time, right? It's like logic. If you go 4 hours less on social media, that's 4 more hours in your day. But now you have 4 free hours. What do you do with this free 4 hours? What I suggest to you is to actually replace these 4 hours with good habits. So for example, maybe replace it with you going to the gym. You've always thought about going to the gym. You knew that it was good for you, but you never tried. Now's your time to actually go and try to go to the gym, right? You have 4 hours free in front of you. Or you can just use it to do other things, right? You can journal, you can read, you can pass quality time with your family, as I was talking about at the start of the video. When you're on your phone, that's less quality time with your family. But now that you have a 4 free hours, maybe you want to talk with your mother for 1 hour. And the time don't pass when you actually talk with your parents about a random subject. You feel like it's good, right? Yeah, I don't know how to really explain this feeling, but for example, when I go in the kitchen and just start randomly talking with my mother, sometimes I'll talk with her about 1 or 2 hours just about a random subject, and we laugh together, and after we bring another subject to the conversation and we talk about other things, we're both laughing. And I know that these moments are precious ones. I don't go in the kitchen to actually talk with my mother for 2 hours, right? I just went to the kitchen to maybe fill up my water bottle, but my mother is there. So now I start talking about her, with her, sorry. And by talking with her, now it's been already 1 hour, and I feel like it's only been 5 minutes because I'm passing quality time with her. And that's what I want you to do also. Don't go with your mother talking about something expecting it to last for 2 hours. Just go and talk randomly with her. Maybe do her a hug. When's the last time you actually hugged your mother? When's the last time you actually told your mother that you were loving her? You start to realize that sometimes we take our parents for granted and don't show them much love, but in fact they're always there for us and always kind of reassuring us, but we are rarely actually going to them and actually telling them thank you for everything you've done for me, and actually hugging them, passing quality time with them. And when you're not on your phone, you start to realize these things and actually want to pass more time with them, because they won't be there forever, right? At a point in their life, they're going to maybe not be there, and you're going to be alone. So you have to kind of not regret the fact that they're there right now, and actually take advantage of this and talk with them the most that you can. And as always, as in every video, seeking support is really great. Right now, you're not going to seek support for your social media consumption. You're going to seek support for your porn addiction. But social media is something alongside, right? There's people that are having social media addiction and phone addiction, right? But me, what I offer is porn addiction recovery. And in this porn addiction recovery, I realized that most people, their trigger and what makes them relapse every time is their phone. So what happened is that I tried to actually search on this topic, and now I'm kind of able to actually help you also in that. I'm still being on this porn addiction recovery, But when your trigger is that, I can also help you in that recovery. And you see, that's great, right? That's because I keep on learning and I love that. But as with any lifestyle change, you don't need support, but having support is really great and makes it way easier. When you're having someone by your side actually pushing you to your limits, you can see that this actually makes you achieve it way faster and have a way better recovery overall, as to where you're alone and you have nobody pushing you. When you have nobody pushing you, it's like in the gym, right? When you're going alone, you're just there and pushing. Right? Yes, you're pushing to your limits, but if you're there with your friend and your friend puts 10 kilograms more than you, the next time you're sure to put at least 10 more than he put. And now he going on it will put 5 more just to be a bit above you. And what are you going to do? The next time you're going to be a bit above him because you don't want to lose to him. You have this kind of healthy competition that comes in. And now you're both going one more rep and one more weight. You're putting more and more weight, more than the other, and one reps more than what the other done. And now you have to go to your failure. And what happened? Usually your failure is 15, but now because your friend just did 18, you need to do 19. If you don't do 19, that's impossible for you, right? You know that your friend just did 18, so just because he did 18, you have to do 19. And what happened? You will do 19. And now your friend knows that you just did 119, so what he needs to do? He needs to do 20. So next time you go to this, he will do 20 just to beat you the last time you went. And now you just saw your friend doing 20, so what you need to do is 21. But if you were alone, you wouldn't be thinking like that, right? You wouldn't be trying to surpass your friends because you wouldn't have the high score of your friend. You would just be alone. So you would stop at like 15 because that's usually where you stop and where you don't really feel your muscle anymore. But you remember that the last time you went with your friends, you were doing 17 and 18 and 19. What happened? What is the difference between the two? It's the same session, the same gym. The only thing that changed is that your friend isn't there anymore. So you don't have this healthy competition. And that's the same in recovery. You can either be with a friend to actually try to surpass each other and stay on it the longer, or you can be with a coach that will actually push you, right? There's people that are going to the gym and actually paying for coaches so that they learn the good movements, right? They learn the good forms and grow muscle faster. And that's the same in porn addiction. Having a coach by your side to actually help you and make you progress even faster and learn in a good way, approach it that way, and actually granting you his knowledge is what's going to actually make you free. You can, like many people, go to the gym alone and try to do your things on your own, but having a coach with you by your side makes it way easier. On that, take care of yourself.
Mwah.